Behold, the anti-object task force has assembled. God's avenging angel arrayed against the lower emanations of the darkened one. Shoe racks, tape recorders, motor carriages, and doors. So many doors, you're not just pounding it all to pieces, you're reforging the universe. From the anvil of the heavens to the worms below, indulge in it, be bold, have an impact on the shape of creation. Out of the furnace of your rage, a new reality. Also, you should trash your room again.
That was it, huh?
Hello?
That was it.
Yeah, so it's a bridge toward comedy. It's sort of a stepping stone toward comedy. But we've got to follow the journey to comedy. We can't just sort of rip the band-aid off of the bit I've been doing about serious prose and move into like a better tone setter for the recording. We sort of have to work our way. We have to earn it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you so okay? No, I was just gonna tuck myself in, get myself ready for sleepy time there. If you were just sort of gonna keep going,
yeah.
But...
No, that's cool. That's fine. Are you doing that now? James has sort of tucked himself in. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Well, if you're getting bored, maybe I should say this to you. Maybe it's a very convincing snoring sound.
David, I've decided this week I'm not going to let your sadness at the beginning of the show bring me down. I'm going to shine on.
James, listen.
I'm going to radiate light, laughter, energy,
fun.
The
vibe.
I
check.
did
big vibe.
Last week, you know how I done water too close to the pod?
James,
I said to me and you that I wasn't going to do that again. I broke my own rule and I've done it.
Oh my god, James!
But no. It was sparkling water this time, so that's how you trick the piss. Your body doesn't think this is pissable.
If it's got bubbles, you don't need to piss so much.
Haven't needed to yet. At
the risk of and I don't want to be cross, but at the risk of waiting too long before you definitely need to piss, which is going to happen.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen. Okay, well, at the risk that it does, I would like to say welcome to the Advisory, the first and last advice show on the internet, where we answer questions to try and learn a little bit about what it means to be human. All advice is final and legally binding.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Can we see that disclaimer, please?
Absolutely.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. James, I finally have a desk chair. Like an actual ergonomic desk chair. I've been in this apartment for 4 months and have been sitting on what started out as like a folding like Chinese restaurant chair. Then I had to sit on like a dining chair. And finally the chair I wanted arrived. And I gotta say,
mate, show it off. Show it off.
Check out this. Hang on, other way. Look at this bad boy.
Oh, that's
the mesh. Okay.
Yeah, breathable.
Look at this puppy. Look at this.
Give us a
twirl.
This big puppy. Give us a twirl. Is that possible?
Hang on. I don't have a lot of swinging room with the green screen up, but I can kind of
give us a little sci-fi looking little techie chair.
Yeah, it's got a bit, but it's like techie and sci-fi, but it's still like it's a bit conservative still.
Yeah. And the RGB is sort of like under it, or
no, it doesn't.
Sort of under the like on the lever.
It doesn't have. Well, it doesn't have RGB.
Okay.
It doesn't have RGB.
All right. I take back what I said about it looking techie then, because now it looks stupid, like a stupid Rego stupid chair. So
you seem offended by this revelation.
I don't RGB. RGB is not my thing, you know. I don't RGB things, but I know how much you love the RGB. You love the red. That's not true. You love the green. No, you love the blue.
You were telling me that you were saying to me that you love RGB.
That was you. All I'm going to say is you walk into my apartment, you see
RGBs everywhere.
Bohemian, contemporary, modern,
tons of RGBs
style
in the corners around that.
You walk into David's house, what I call the techno center, and it's like walking into a club. It's like flashes and pop. He has on his door to his apartment, it says
your door.
It says on it that if you're sensitive to light or if you have sort of like flashes cause like seizures and stuff like that, it has one of those warnings. Because as soon as you walk in, you get hit with a little puff of smoke to so you can see the beams of light, and it's just you know what I mean? Like it's all like flashing. Techno music starts. I'll tell you this. The automation that he's done for when you like come in and you sort of kick that tripwire and it sets everything off, it's pretty spectacular. But not for me.
Infrared
not
sensors,
for me.
But
not for me.
No, well, it's so funny that you'd say that because I think you got your apartment confused with mine because mine is kind of bohemian contemporary, really tasteful, and what yours is a nightclub style RGB. I think you got our apartments confused there.
Right.
Because you actually were texting me last night saying how much you love RGBs. And I was like, James, it's like 11 p.m. Leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep. And you're like, oh, but I'm trying to order more RGBs.
Yeah.
And I just think you might be getting that conversation confused.
Definitely.
In your head, maybe.
Yeah. I think the red, the green, and the blue have all gone to your head, and they've made you go RGB crazy. Okay.
Right. I think,
and this is very. I think what's happening now is
crazy.
It's very Shutter Island style levels of what's happening right now. Sort of.
Yeah, and the fact that you're trying to trick me into thinking that I am the RGB one, but you're in fact the RGB one.
Definitely. If I could somehow just take his camera and turn it around, just in the room that he's in, you would be like, are you playing? Did you go to some type of Shutter, like a stock video website, and you're just playing a clip of a club right now? No, I'm not. That's David's office. Right. That's where he works. He works in that. That's
not true.
He pops like Eckies sometimes and wears mesh shirts to like really fucking do whatever work that he does. His job changes every like 6 weeks, so I have no idea what he does for a living. I assume club promoter, right?
No, I'm an aspiring club promoter.
Oh shit! Okay, haven't made it yet.
No one's paying me yet, but I'm out there hustling. You know, I'm hitting the pavement.
Oh yeah, he is. He's grinding and all the other words.
Well, that's grinding is what you do at a club. James, let me ask you this. Do you mind if I ask you a fucking question? I don't know why I'm coming out with that energy, but
wow,
I felt appropriate after you tried to gaslight me into the RGB.
That's not very RGB club energy of you, which I know that you're sitting in right now. So your temperament doesn't really match the environment that you're in right now, but that's fine.
Yeah, you're describing you, not me. James, this comes from these. So okay, as ever, the internet, Wild West. All right, but this one I found, and I genuinely went, this is the good juicy. This is the goodness. Okay, this is let's sink our little the advisory fangs into it. All right, sort of Dracula style. Let's kind of take a nip out of it and give it a sample.
See the reference he made just there? You ever see the opening scene of the movie Blade at the club? You see the connection now. You see the connection. Continue. If anything, let's sink our bangs into it.
I'm sorry. If anything, it proves my mid-century taste, right? That like I would be anyway. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Yeah. But I just would, for the record, he's the RGB boy, the RG boy, as he calls it, as he said to me frequently. He says, "I'd like you to refer to me privately off stream as RG boy." And I said, "James, that's ridiculous." And he keeps requesting I do it. And definitely. I refuse to. This question comes from.
He typed out this question right into our sheet using his RGB keyboard. That's all I'm going to say. Continue.
It's not. My keyboard's in Elvish. Archerboy R1 on Reddit asks, this isn't really a question so much as it stressed me out to think about.
Okay.
Do we need like in the future, I would love a Bateman sort of, we need some kind of a Bateman warning symbol, some kind of fun, Twitch overlay that's like, hey, heads up, this is going to be a Bateman moment. I feel like this is a recurring staple.
Oh, okay. Weird. I thought you sort of just, you existing was sort of that warning, but it's just sort of, yeah.
It's funny. It's good. It's good. That joke was for the audience, not for me. To me, that was just hurtful. Archboy R1 says, my inability to laugh out loud is really holding me back. No matter if I find a joke funny, whether with people or watching TV shows, for example, I just don't naturally laugh. No giggle or nothing. I just open my mouth and no noise comes out. Does anyone relate or know what I mean? I love humor and I really see the power in releasing emotion through laugh. Sorry, I got to read this in the right tone of voice. I I love humor and I really see the power in releasing emotion through laugh, but it just doesn't come naturally. Any advice to bring about a natural laugh?
Really quickly,
Yeah.
can you give me a soundless laugh just so I can really sort of picture what that would be
Soundless
like?
laugh.
Because again,
So
you know what I'm
yeah,
like. I fill my life with light, joy, laughter, dance,
RGBs,
art. You know,
RGBs, lasers, mist machines,
kisses,
fog machines.
hugs. You know, all of those great, wonderful
Mostly
things.
RGBs. Yeah.
And so I don't really know what it's like to not laugh out loud. I mean, anyone with
No giggle or
ears within
nothing.
like a sort of a vicinity of me has heard me laugh. Anyone and everyone, because I laugh so loud, because I love to laugh.
Yeah.
Live, laugh,
You love
love.
to laugh.
Okay. You know
Live,
that I'm
laugh,
all about
live,
that.
laugh. Live, laugh, laugh is what you always say.
That's my motto.
And then you say, I
Doug,
love
why do
RGBs.
you think? Yeah, I got that back
yeah,
piece
'cause-
with it, just in big Times New Roman font.
Yeah, you got that over the top of the dragon that you had to sort of cover it up.
Yeah, that was I got that sort of back in the Miami Ink days, you know. So really, and then
it, yeah,
you gotta move on.
You and
from
Christian
that
Bale
stuff.
got yours at the same time.
Yeah.
So okay, I no giggle or nothing. I just open my mouth and no noise comes out.
Okay.
What?
So hit me with
So
that.
are they laughing? I don't know how to do that. Okay, so a joke. This is my best guess, right?
Yeah.
So a joke happens, right? Now, if I was like, James, why did the chicken cross the road?
Don't know.
Me neither.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what happened there? Now, you do one to me. And I'll try
I
and give you this.
I do a joke to you.
Yeah, and I'll try and give you
okay.
a noiseless laugh.
And then this fucking idiot tries to tell me that his favorite Pokemon is Pikachu. Oh, I hate that.
Hideous, right?
I hate that, dude.
It felt bad
Oh my
to do.
god, that was that.
It felt. You know what it felt like?
That
I had to
suck to watch. That sucked to be a part of. I have to be honest with you.
I had to manipulate my like I had to pretend like I was like I had to sort of force my muscles into the same shape as laughter, but like it was voluntary, which is fucking weird. Like that was very physically uncomfortable to do.
Damn, you didn't even go with like a real laugh, but just hit mute on your microphone or anything. You actually
I just thought about doing that now. Before I
really
did think
tried
about that as I was explaining what I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to emulate this experience, not just he's not saying when I laugh I mute my microphone and so no one knows I'm laughing. He's saying it's a laughless laugh. So for the, now James, you're a advice novice. Obviously, you've just shown that your true colors, mate, which are RGB. But
yeah,
I got myself on that one. Any advice on how to bring about a natural laugh? I
mean, you can soundless laugh. It just sort of depends on the context. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're in a group environment, you can do what you just did, that heinous soundless crime that you just
act
pulled.
Of crime. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
where you do the movements of a laugh, but no sound comes out. But you sort of really kind of fade into the background a little bit and let the other people with you laugh. As a good friend of mine, I am gonna name him Matthew Russell. That's right. Yeah. Full name, full real name. When we did music class in school, and it'd never be great. They're always like, here's how you guys are gonna learn music. The devil's flute, the recorder.
Sorry, your explanation of music class is them going, here's how you're gonna learn music?
Yes.
And that surprised you, did it?
No, at this point, they called me the saxophone savant. Okay.
Wow, really?
Yeah, they did. There's an album out there somewhere with me on it. Now, that's actually true. That's not a lie. Now,
I know for a fact that's true. Yes.
So, because I knew how to read music and I could like play the devil's flute and I sing the devil's tune, you know, so effortlessly and beautifully. Matt was just like, I'm not doing this. Like, music ain't my thing. I'm not going to learn how to fucking read it, and I'm not going to play. And so he would, and to prove that you knew how to read the music and play the thing, you'd have to get up in front of the class, you know, in pairs, and you would have to play the devil's tune.
I see where this is going. Yep.
And I would play, and he would just mime it next to me. And worked every time.
Delightful.
Worked every time.
Yeah, flawless plan. Yeah. No notes, frankly, on that one. So what your suggestion is you wait till someone else starts laughing and you kind of try and laugh along with them.
Or go with like maybe go with like a breathless laugh. Like it's so funny that sound can't come out. And you just go with that.
That's what I was gonna say. When
this guy. Like that. You know what I mean?
That was a little confronting to watch, but yeah.
Was that why? Because it was
it was sort of
so real. Because it was so real.
Felt a little performed, if I'm being honest. A little inauthentic.
That's because it was performed. Okay. Okay, mate.
What's up?
I'll tell you this right now. If I wanted to sneak a fake laugh by you, I could do it. All right. And you know why I could do it? Because I've done it before and I'll do it again. Plenty of practice when you're around old D Mac over here. You know what I mean?
So
plenty
you're
of fake shorts.
So you're just acknowledging that you're a liar.
And scene. Now that was me.
Brilliant.
Playing a confronting bad friend.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're back to being RG boy, or what's the...
No, I can't play you. You're unplayable. So...
No, well, when you say you...
because...
the royal you.
No. I mean
the one that
you.
likes RGBs, so...
David McNeil, because I don't know how to perform a psychopath. Now, I'm saying that in the nicest way possible. An emotionless, dead, cold-hearted psychopath killer. Full-blown Patty Bates in American Psycho couldn't play it.
Just because...
you know how much of a wonderful actor I am. You say it to me all the time. Now,
I'm not saying that. You say that to me all the time.
in my real life, and this is my downfall as a thespian and actor, is that James, am filled with so much light, laughter, love. You know what I mean? Live, laugh, laugh. You know that I say that, okay? I couldn't fake an emotionless psycho man. So I can't play you. I'm sorry. If there was a straight-to-TV film about the murders that you'll eventually go on to commit, I couldn't play you, is all I'm going to say. Because
go to commit. Yeah, go on.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah. So
going to commit, definitely. Yeah. What's up?
Okay.
What's up?
This is for the audience. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to give you a signal. And if I need your help, I will perform this signal to you. And it's going to be me
striating RGBs,
pointing up and going like that. If you see that, find me, help me. And what I mean by that is find my body, because he would have hit it somewhere real good. Real good.
No, I don't hide the bodies. I mean, I wouldn't murder you. I don't do murders.
He doesn't.
That's what I meant to say.
Is what he's saying.
I don't. Yeah, do that. James, listen, I got to be honest. We want to help everybody. Okay. Could you sort of, if you have if you got the Performance of the Laughless Laugh Down pack, could you substitute that with some technology? Could you maybe have like a little, a little speaker where you could play a laugh as you do the, you feel the wordless laugh coming on. You pop out your Bluetooth Anko speaker from Aldi, and you play a sound clip of a chuckle or a chortle.
Make sure it's a single chuckle or chortle, right?
I want it to be like,
because you don't want it to be okay. All right.
Like
I feel like if you can't fake even that, I don't know what's,
because a chuckle is like an easy. Yeah,
I'm saying you don't want to. Someone doesn't want to tell a joke, and then you sort of perform the laugh, but what comes out of you is an entire audience's canned laughter. You know
like
what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, the alternative is like they tell a joke and you're like, please wait a second. I just need to get my phone out 1 second. And you sort of, they're kind of doing these ones and you're like, yeah, but just hang on. And then it's like, that's really funny.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. If you did
like that,
I'd find the heaviest thing next to me and I'd be like, this is it. He's about to kill. And we'd have to take you out. Right then and there.
I love the idea of doing that in person and just going like.
Right. Can you now perform the laugh, try and keep the phone hidden, and try and sell it? Can you try and sell it to me as a real...
With the microphone setup, I absolutely cannot do that. Because you won't hear it. It's a shotgun microphone. Oh, hang on. Can I do that? Let me try something. Where's the camera?
Welcome back to the podcast within a podcast. Tech Time, where we have a series of technical issues that we, James, don't really sort out ahead of time. We do it live on air. Thank you.
James, that's really funny. Ha! I need to replay. Seamless. No phone in sight. It does require that you have a big, tall beer in your hand, though.
Before when I said, when you did the soundless laugh.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, I hate that. I really hate that. And I went, that's one of the worst things I've ever seen. Yeah. I want to, clearly I've spoken too soon. Okay. And I really want to drive home to you now that what you just done there.
Yeah.
That is in fact one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Right.
Okay.
You're updating your your preference.
Mate, in my lifetime, I've seen some shit. They broadcasted 9/11 live on television when I was a child.
Yeah, it was a lot to watch.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I remember.
We saw Tub Girl. We saw Lemon Party. We saw all of them. 2 Girls, 1 Cup. You know what I mean?
Oh,
all of them.
Seen a lot.
And I just want to contextualize what I'm saying right now by saying those things.
Right.
Having seen all of those things,
right?
That
some of the most confronting truths of humanity.
Yeah. That what you just done there.
Yeah.
That's topped him. That is topped him. I am in hell. I am in hell. And that you want to talk about something that's confronting. That I think you did this very sort of like upward sort of look off to the side that felt kind of very Gene Wilder in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, how he was like real spooky, but you couldn't really put your finger on it.
Yeah.
And you doing that, I'm gonna. What timestamp is that? All right, 30 minutes. Good stuff. I'm gonna have to turn that into a GIF to probably put on. I don't frequent Reddit, but I'm sure that there's plenty of horror Reddits, killer Reddits, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
that's gonna trend. That's gonna trend.
I think sort of mentally, there's a lot of apparatus happening, and that might have, looked a type of way.
Mentally, also, very scarring, jarring, and scarring. So I'm just making a little note here. Episode 11, right? We're gonna put that at
that's 11,
just put like 28 minutes dash. The worst thing I've ever seen
in history
with my human eyeballs. That's
was
the note.
Beer worse or was the book worse?
The beer. The beer was much worse.
I thought that would be true. Yeah. Because like this, as an object, like this sort of can cover a lot of.
Yeah, it was less about that, mate. It was less about that, and when you had the beer, you did something with your eyes, and and I watched you go somewhere, and I don't know where that place was, but all I can tell you is I don't want to be there. I don't want to be where that is.
You can't come back from this, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I can't come back from that. I'm gonna have to talk to someone.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
You need to.
That was a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we just move briskly onto our feature question and save you some trauma?
Well, no, the damage has been done. The damage has been done.
Okay.
I will say to this man, just don't. Just don't.
I think you have to accept that you don't laugh.
Just don't attempt to do a laugh.
If
never
this experiment was, if the last 20 minutes of this podcast are any data to go off of, it's not worth the risk.
It isn't. It isn't.
You can't go back once it's happened, so it's not worth the risk.
No, because it's not fun, and it's not fun. You know, it's 6 p.m. on a Thursday. You and your friend, you're gonna get together, and you're gonna do a little like light-hearted, stupid fucking show on the internet, right? And then nothing can prepare you for some things in life. And I'll tell you, when I came into this today,
being gaslit into.
I didn't see that coming.
Your RGB obsessed friend,
right?
Telling the audience that he's the RGB obsessed one. That's like one example of something you wouldn't be prepared for.
Yeah.
Because that's what you've done. That's what you did to me.
Right.
Today.
I don't know what it's called when someone is gaslighting you. By saying that you gaslit them. I don't know what that's called. If that's a double gaslit, or if that's a gas backfire. I don't know what it is, but it's happening now. And
because it's happening to me.
See, now I don't even know what you would call that one. He's reversed to the reversal. I'm in a hellscape, and I would love to jump into another question. I came in with so much joy and vibrance and energy today. I honestly feel like I need like a reset. We're not going to do it, but I just I need something. I need something after that.
My defense. You asked me to do it. So
you're not wrong.
Not to victim blame, but you're not wrong. You asked me to do it. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying you can't sometimes. For some things, you just can't prepare yourself. You don't know what's coming.
Yeah. You're not gonna. You haven't got the mental.
This is what they mean. This is what they mean when they say, "Be careful what you wish for." This is what they mean.
This exact moment. Yeah. Speaking of be careful what you wish for, James, I've got a delicious feature question for you.
Yeah.
Which I have titled "Olive Oil Killed the Radio Star."
Love it. Love it
Which
as
is
a
bit
title.
of a fun play on a classic saying, olive oil is good for you. And so it's a play on that.
Yep.
Because it's got olive oil in it. And then it says olive oil killed the radio star. So that's a bit of a fun play on words, if you will. On the saying olive oil is good.
Yeah. And that's fun. And that's fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really trying to come back from what happened. Just know that I'm trying. Okay?
Yeah.
I just want you to know that I'm trying.
Yeah, it was a bit devastating, is what I would say.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Listen, it was something. Okay. This one's really lighthearted. You'll enjoy this.
Thank
I'm
God.
a bit ill at the. Well, it's lighthearted for Reddit, so you know.
Okay.
Still, it's Wild West out there, baby. I'm a little ill at the moment, so my ability to not make stupid choices appears to be compromised. I'm fixing all their typos as usual. I was trying to help with some voiceovers for a work video. Okay, voiceovers, podcasting, we're in our wheelhouse, right? They came out okay, but I noticed more squelching. Gross. I noticed more squelching mouth noises than I would have liked, and in word gaps, I didn't expect them. I went looking for solutions online. Already have a pop filter and so on. The real answer should have been doing the recording further from the mic. Yes. Duh. Get a better mic. Among the various answers like chewing gum, green apples, brushing teeth, and drinking water, someone mentioned rinsing your mouth with a small amount of olive oil. I had some lemon-infused olive oil and swirled it for a few minutes and then even gargled before spitting it out. This was a bad idea. Wonder why.
Yeah.
I got stomach cramps in the next half hour. These were unexpected. They kept popping up the next day. For all I knew, it could be because I was sick. It could be the sore throat, which I already had. This is such bullshit.
Yeah.
This remains most likely, but it had a distinct feeling at the time, which feels like it mostly stuck around, even with brushing my teeth and gargling and everything. It's like it's rough, but not rough, like a scratchy sore throat that has a coating on it. Yeah, the coating's olive oil.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe because of olive oil, enough stayed coated in my mouth to go down rather than being spat out. I can't really gargle soap to get it out, which, yeah.
I don't know.
What's your experience?
You can, but just say you're not willing to, because you can do it. All right?
Stop being a coward and own up to it. I don't know. What's your experience like with gargling olive oil?
Yeah.
Voiceover turned out okay though. So, silver lining.
Oh.
Yeah. You got a mouth, you got a throat kind of coated in olive oil situation.
I'll tell you this. What's up? Let's sort of get some things out of the way off the bat. I don't know. What's your experience like with gargling olive oil? None, unfortunately.
Zero.
Yeah, unfortunately, none.
Haven't done it. I've also never thought about doing it. Is the other thing, too, because that's bonkers.
There's so many things to sort of really target here. So, experience with gargling olive oil, none whatsoever.
Zero.
Voiceovers turned out okay though. A little bit hard to argue with results then. I mean, if it worked, why'd you come here to sort of post the question? You know what I mean?
Sounds like the ends did justify the means.
Sounds like it worked.
Yeah.
If anything.
You're sort of saying what you're saying is it worked too well.
Yes.
And that doesn't seem like a problem to me.
Yeah,
my voice is still crisp and perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, so you fix yourself forever? Cool. What's the problem?
They came out okay, but I noticed more squelching mouth noises than I would have liked.
You felt me physically react to that when I had to read that.
Yeah.
It's not great. As a thing to say.
It's sort of interesting that because the fact that you would jump immediately to chewing gum, green apples, brushing your teeth, right? I would have just probably would have just had some more water. You had some water, but I'd probably just have a little bit more water, and let's just wait and see if that little bit more
let's just
water
clear the pipes,
sort of solve the problem.
Hydrate, hydrate, stop the salivation, right? You're hydrated, you're good to go.
Someone mentioned rinsing with a small amount of olive oil. My question is, who the fuck suggested that?
James, if I asked you for I come to you for audio advice, okay?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, hey, I need to do this situation.
As I come to you for lighting advice because of you know so much about the RGBs and that.
You do come to me for lighting advice, but it's not for that reason.
Yeah.
It's because you're the RGB boy and you want some external input to see if you've gone too far. If I came to you and I was like, James, I would never. How would I have said this? Because I would never say the word squelching out loud on purpose. I would say, James, there's too many noises that aren't my voice. I'm getting weird throat noises and shit. What do you suggest?
Right. That's sort of you've played that up for the stream, really. But let's face it.
I'm sorry.
You would have said, James, I've got too many splishy splashy squunchy squunchies in my voice. In my recordings, and you've said that to me before, and I've gone, what the fuck are you talking about? And you're like, oh, my voice all slippy slappy, and I'm like, oh, okay, I know what he means. Yeah.
I just think it's important that the people understand that the person that you see on recording, right, performing right now, is me, but it's a version of me, okay?
Yes.
And the true me,
is
just honest with my friends,
not there. Scene.
I don't know what you mean by that. If you had said I think you were pranking me. I think you were doing a hashtag prank.
Oh, yeah, dude.
If you sort of I'd be like, okay, but really, what do you suggest?
I'd be like, what have you done? Have you you've ticked all the regular boxes, the green apples, the chewing gum, the water.
Yeah,
you've done all. You brushed the teeth. Okay. All right. Well, I guess if you've done all of the tame stuff, it's time to take it professional. Let's get that olive oil out, buddy. And no, except no substitutes. No
olive oil.
No avocado oil. No truffle oil. No vegetable oil. No vegetable shortening. No extra virgin olive oil. Must be full-blown regs olive oil.
Okay, well, I use extra virgin, so I have to go to the shops and do that. I'm going to go buy that now.
Yeah.
And what I would do is I would go to the shops and purchase that product, come home, and I would put a small amount of that in, say, a shot glass. And then I would...
Decent amount. Decent amount.
I would pour an entire shot glass.
I would say to you, fill the gob.
I have a tumbler here.
I would say
maybe
the professional term is fill the gob.
Half a whiskey glass? Yeah, fill the gob. And what I would do is I would pour that into the glass and I would raise it to my lips repeatedly and wait for Ashton Kutcher to come in.
Right.
And explain the scenario that has occurred, because I too have been pranked.
Right.
As he always says on the show.
He does. I think,
I haven't seen it, but
you're in the ballpark. Concept, you got it.
I had most of the syllables, I think.
It's
something like that. And he would come in and he would say, I'm 40 now. Why am I still doing the show? This seems very juvenile.
To be fair, Frankie Muniz would come in and he would say,
he would.
Ashton's got me on. Right?
Let me tell you.
To prunk you. You've been prunked. Like that. That's what you say. Yeah.
And I would ask him probably a series of questions about what he's been doing in the last few years, kind of since he continues to fall on and off the grid.
Yeah.
And that would
and he would just say, working on that Cody Banks sequel, man.
Still
the script up here.
Developing. It's up here, baby.
Developing.
They keep trying to get me to write it down so they can buy it. Never going to happen.
Apparently he is in talks to do something with Cody Banks, though. Just sort of
really?
apparently. they're either going to do an animated TV series or something, or they're going to do like a serious, like dramatic sequel version of it, which
Oh no. Have you seen they did there's a people these people aren't related to the original IP, but there's someone has done like a Riverdale style TV show about Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
Where it's like hyper serious and it's like set in a high school and like there's a pilot episode on YouTube and it's okay. And it's like a fan made thing. It's on Kickstarter or something. It's not good. But you know how like normally that stuff is complete garbo.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what it's called. Yeah, Scooby-Doo. It's got a really good like episode name. What's it called?
Welcome to Coolsville?
No, that's the pilot name, but the show is called Mystery Incorporated.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 53 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, it's a full-blown pilot. Okay.
It's an actual pilot episode. It's on Kickstarter or something like that. And they've done it in such a way that like the original owners can't like come at them for copyright. Like Warner Brothers can't come at them, which is fascinating. Whoever owns Scooby-Doo these days.
I'm excited to see how the dog talks, to be honest.
It doesn't talk. It's just a fucking dog. It's just a dog. That's the realistic twist. It's just a fucking dog. Shaggy's a DJ.
Yeah.
The
dog doesn't talk.
No, you know how the one thing about Scooby-Doo that made it different was the fact that the dog could talk? He doesn't do that in this
Doesn't talk.
He doesn't do that one in this one, yeah.
So there's no ruh-roh, nothing.
There's some sounds, but they're dog noises. They're not Scooby-Doo noises.
Like what?
I don't remember. I don't know that. I haven't committed it to memory. I imagine he would do like it'd be like a, you know, like an homage, but it's not what you want, you know?
All right. You may have just talked me out of it, to be honest. But wow.
If it helps, the opening shot is Fred's parents being murdered, a la like a Criminal Minds opening cold open.
I might be back in.
Full on.
I might be back in. Although I'll tell you what, I don't know what it is lately, and we're way off of, you know, this question at this point. But just really quick, these shows doing the real fucking like over the top attention grab right off the rip on the first episode, I am tired of it. I'm so bored of it. It used to be great because it used to be different and interesting, and it's like, oh, what the fuck is happening? And now it's like everyone does it. And it's always the most brutal fucking thing you've seen in your life. Like, it'll just open with, like, Sinner is a great one. Like, you know, the first season or whatever, how that opens, and you're like, you're like, holy shit.
You're like,
yeah, that's crazy. But now everyone does it.
Yeah. Sinner gets better through the seasons because they go for that less. And it gets a bit more like, particularly by season 3, it gets weird and philosophical and a bit like more plotting. But yeah, every show just like I think was like, how do we get people to make a TikTok about the opening? Like it's all sort of sensational driven, I think.
Which, and again, you're like this, headline. But this is like off topic again. But I can't remember. I think it's called The Graveyard Book or something. Neil Gaiman.
Neil Gaiman? Yeah.
Yeah. And it opens with there's a hand in the dark holding a knife. Yeah. Oh, hi, man. Oh, I'm in.
And it's so good as well because as you follow it through, you follow the knife as like that's the character perspective, and then it goes to do a murder, and then it hard cuts, and you're like, what? And then it's the story, and you're like, what the fuck was that? And then it takes you ages to work out how that's related. It's so good.
God, I love that, man.
That book, Neil Gaiman.
Oh, I could just listen to him talk forever. About nothing.
Isn't listening to him talk one of the greatest things?
Oh, welcome back to Neil Gaiman Appreciation Cast.
Him reading Halfware and American Gods is also one of my favorite of his readings. Just listening to him read a story he's written, you can feel the cadence.
It's just us fangirling Neil Gaiman at this point. We're like, oh, isn't he lovely? Oh my god! Oh my and he sounds so magical. Oh, wrap me up in it.
I've been rereading the Sandman comics. Like I finally bit the bullet and bought like the full compendiums. So fucking good.
Anyway, I've been listening to the audiobook. It's like really well produced. It's like,
good?
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Comics are extremely good. Have you done the Netflix show?
I've done 2 episodes. I'm watching so many things right now. It's like, my TV shed is at max capacity. It's crazy. I'll tell you this though. This person saying immediately after going toe to toe with this mouthful of olive oil, saying I got stomach cramps in the next half an hour. These are unexpected. They get popping up the next day. Could be unrelated. Could it be unrelated? It could be unrelated, huh? Unrelated to what, dude? The olive oil? Definitely not.
Could it be? Because I spat it out.
Let's see.
How could it be in my tum-tum?
I was at that party last night, and I normally never eat shellfish. Never do it. But the caterers are bringing around shellfish, and I ate that, and now I'm shitting and puking my fucking guts up all day.
I got stuff coming out both
that's the only different thing that I've consumed recently, and now I'm having this reaction. But that could be unrelated. It could be unrelated.
It could be. This feels to me, and I don't want to be too judgy, right? Okay. This feels to me like, that he's saying, oh yeah, I'm sick or whatever already. So he's like clearly not punching there's some stuff going on. Maybe he's just like in a crazy fever, right? Like, when you have a high fever and like things become a little weird. I have like 2 days of my life that I just don't have, like they're just gone from my memory because I had this fever and I had like the worst food poisoning and it's completely gone.
Yeah.
I imagine this is one of those like he slipped into like a fog or something and was like, I'm just gonna swig some olive oil. That makes sense. And then came out of it and was like, why am I pissing and shitting all the time?
Yeah.
Surely that was not, like maybe in reality he drank the shot of olive oil.
And why are all of my words just slipping out of my gob so easily? Why do I have a slicked up gullet?
Why do I sound so wonderful all of a sudden?
Yeah. It could be unrelated. Could be the sore throat, which I already had. This remains most likely. But I had a distinct feeling at the time, which feels like it is mostly stuck around, even though I've been brushing my everything and gargling. Even with brushing my everything and gargling.
I assume they meant to say even with brushing.
Mate, I've been brushing
I don't know.
The outers, the inners, the bottoms, the tippity tops, the gums, the tongue, the under tongue, what I call the spritzy,
What's that?
The spritzy under your tongue.
What's that last one?
The spritzy.
Oh, sorry.
And,
gotcha. Yeah. But did you brush your pits and your bits?
Oh, always. Always, mate.
Oh, right. Okay. So you
don't have to tell me. All right. Fucking.
Did you brush?
Heidi said it. This woman Heidi said it one time. Her mum used to say it. It's called a PTA bath. Pits, tits, and asshole. Okay. That's not me. It's Heidi's mum. That says.
No, I understand.
It's like a little bird bath. You need to sort of just get yourself refresh really quick. You have a PTA bath. Okay. Now you can take that with you today away from this podcast, just like I can take the memory, seared into my brain forever, of you doing a fake laugh. You know what I mean,
James? I don't, but the calling it PTA is how do we say? It's a little more polite than what my grandmother used to call it, which was a horse bath.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was sort of
and And what did that
she would be
entail?
sort of saying that's where that's yeah,
A similar vibe.
Similar
Right.
vibe, but
Yeah.
sort of a bit more derogatory towards sex workers. The implication being that that's all they would need to clean between
Well,
activities.
all I'm saying is maybe the term a horse bath came from being a sex worker, and then you did just a quick little freshen up, and that's where it was born. And it wasn't a derogatory thing to say.
You had to hear how she said it, I think.
Right. She really
quite a lot of disdain and judgment.
She put some stank on it, kind of thing.
She got some big stank on it.
Yeah.
I've been so
it does matter how you say things.
Olive oil.
Because if I said to you, oh, what are you having, a horse bath? Like that, you'd be like, Jesus Christ. But if I said, hey guys, before we head out, just gonna have a quick horse bath, and I think we'll head on over to Club David, aka David's house. All this fucking lights. Gotta wear my sunglasses tonight. Even though it's nighttime and I'm in this cunt's place. It's nighttime and I'm wearing sunglasses because it's like, you know what I mean? Fucking Christ. Turn the brightness down, cunt. You know what I mean? Like that.
It doesn't have a setting. It's on or it's off.
Right. Well, should be off.
Yeah. Have you ever spilled olive oil on anything and tried to get it off? It is an impossible task.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
Like, and I'm trying to imagine, like, is it just on your throat forever now?
Yeah.
Because that shit don't come off.
Nah.
Unless you swallow a bar of soap or something. Do you know what I mean?
There's only one thing that's going to get it off. You have to... You're not going to like it. All right? Well, it depends. You might like it. You need to...
fucked up.
You take a loaf of bread, a whole loaf, right? Not sliced, a whole loaf. You need to rip off the like hard, crusted exterior. So you just got the sweet, soft, supple, delicious, carby bread. And then you have to shove that in your gob and close around it and let the olive oil soak into the bread. And then you have to take it back out. And then you've got... And waste not, want not.
Why can't I just
put a little bit of garlic on that. Bang her in the oven. Garlic bread.
Why... That's very sanitary.
Well, you could eat it, I guess. Yeah, if you're a weirdo.
You're saying don't eat it when you put it in there. You're saying take it out, cook it, and then eat it.
Yeah, dude.
You're still eating it. Don't be acting like I'm the weirdo.
At least mine's more sanitary because I baked it and it cooked all the bad stuff out. All right? Use your head, mate. Use your head. Can't argue with science.
I feel a bit attacked by that.
Can't argue with science.
I just feel attacked. It's just so you'd like support me or something. It's fine. Interestingly enough, basically all of the internet's doctors are like, you should not do this ever. You shouldn't drink olive oil ever. It should not be in your gullet. Is what a quick Google is sort of telling me around olive oil. It's not good.
But if I can eat it. But I can eat it though. So why would it not be okay that I shove a bunch of it in my gob at once and swill it around and gargle it? What's wrong with that?
Well, nothing. They say that's actually
I get it. Oh, yeah. What
activity.
Every doctor on the internet wants me to have a fucking stupid, squelchy, squunchy voice. Yeah, dude, get the fuck out of here.
We sound like a fucking dolphin, splishing and splashing and flipping and flopping.
What does that sound like?
A dolphin doing that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I haven't that one. But I see what you've done.
How could you? Yeah, but how could you possibly use it as sort of like a reference point if you haven't heard it?
I know a guy who knew how a dolphin sounded.
Right. How do you think it sounds in this context?
Me? Yeah. Probably how he described it to me.
Which was...
Well, it's sort of splishy, splashy, and flipping and flopping.
Yeah, but what does that sound like? I know the words that you're saying, but what is that?
Right.
What does that
it's
sound
so
like?
So as I say them, imagine how they would sound.
I can't
Splishy,
perform
splashy,
it.
flippy, floppy.
I can't imagine it.
Right. Right. But I guess what I'm saying is like sort of that's how it's how it would sound.
Right. No, and I get that.
Yeah.
But
right.
I hear the words you're saying, but I can't picture it in my mind palace, you know? So I'm just saying, could you show me through the audio medium, you know, what that would be like?
What a dolphin splishy. I mean,
you said it would sound dolphin like and be splishy, splashy, and squelchy. And I said, oh, what would that sound like? A human voice sounding dolphin like that's all splishy, splashy, and squishy, squanchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would kind of sound like this, probably.
And he soon discovers just why they're called spinners.
Didn't think this clip had a voice in it.
They are curious about spy dolphin. As they jump, they sneak a peek at their strange traveling companion.
I can confirm they are jumping.
Wow.
So like something like that, yeah.
Wow, man. That's
Did you like my Irish accent?
That is crazy. That dolphin squishy squanchy voice that you were doing sounded a lot like David Tennant by the sea, which was really
right. Yeah, that's a weird coincidence. I'm just gonna check something unrelated and
no, take your time. Wow, what an impression.
No, this
wow.
That was narrated by David Tennant.
Yeah. Yeah, mate, can pick that voice anywhere. You know what I mean?
I'm impressed you did that.
Thank you.
I didn't notice because I was overwhelmed by the sound of the splishy, splashy, flippy. I wouldn't say that. Just the thing you did was impressive. It's sort of an anomaly for your personality and the kind of person you are on this planet.
I've already said
if anything, it's a surprise. So if anything, it's a surprise for me that you've done that. That's why I said it so shocked. I was startled that you did something impressive.
You're welcome. That I've gifted you a surprise. You're welcome.
Didn't say.
That's what friends. That's what friends do. Hey,
it's not that works.
You don't have to say thank you. It's a gift.
No, I do. Otherwise, I'm
no.
Welcome,
That's
so
okay.
It's not how that
You're
works.
welcome. You ready?
No.
Ready? You're welcome. Okay. So enjoy that.
Don't accept.
You have to. You have to. So, and you already did. So.
I feel like this entire episode has been you've outmaneuvered me at every turn. Every juncture you've outmaneuvered me and outgaslit me and tried to convince the audience of things that aren't true.
I don't gaslight.
You've shamed me, you've attacked me, and frankly, I think it made for good content.
I will accept that we make wonderful content. Okay, I'll accept that. The rest of your misplaced mistruths, I would say, this isn't the time or place for that. Okay, this is a place of love,
conversation offline.
Love, life, laugh. You know that. That's what I'm all about.
That's always been James's motto.
Exactly. Yours is
laugh and laugh.
Cold, dead, behind the eyes. Something about books. So
it's a bit mouthy. Bit of a mouthful.
Well, I didn't come up with it. That's your motto. You're the one that says it all the time. My motto is live, laugh, laugh. I say it all the time. Right. And yours is cold, dead,
behind the eyes.
No, you always say dead, behind the eyes. Something about books.
Something about what? Bullets or boys? What are you saying?
Books. Something about books.
Oh, books.
Yeah,
that does sound like me.
Well, you're always saying it. So
He's got me. I'm always saying something about books.
You know,
it's not an untrue thing about me.
It's not, and that's why you say it about yourself.
I'm always
a truth a truth that you have said in an otherwise sea of lies that spill forth from your gullet.
It's funny you say that because this entire episode has been you lying about me. So that feels like an appropriate note to end on, is you revealing yourself to have been the liar the whole time, sort of a la the fall of the House of Usher, right? Like you were actually the bad guy the whole time and you were pretending
Oh
to
my
be the
God.
victim,
I was dead the whole time.
That's not what that story's about.
Sixth Sense.
James, we have to end the episode before you send this criminal to English literature. Thank you so much for watching or listening. Also, I apologize if you happened to watch or listen to this one and had to consume the lies that were spouted from the mouth of my co-worker here. You can follow us on social media.
Hold on, guys. If you listen real closely, you can hear him continue to lie by calling them lies. You know what I mean? You gotta pay attention. You gotta listen real hard and close for the details. But it's nothing but piss.
See, that's what a liar would say. You can follow us everywhere.
I wouldn't know what a liar would say.
You would,
but he does know what a liar would say.
You're the liar.
Very interesting.
You would know that because you're the liar.
Live, laugh, laugh. That's what I'm all about.
TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, BLAK, Swan Society, we were on those platforms. I gave that a little fun millennial twist. No, that's a Zoomer twist, to beg your pardon.
Loved it.
You can find us. You can find. Hey.
Whoa.
Listen.
Whoa.
Do you want to send us an email? You fucking millennial, because Zoomers don't know what email is. You can email us at blackswansociety.mail@gmail.com. There, you can send us you can ask for advice. You can send us an email asking for the truth about James's lies.
Send us an email about how you would solve squelchy squunchy mouth sounds.
I would love to that, and also how do you get olive oil out of a throat? Because I feel like they're both impossible scenarios to solve.
Except bread.
Consuming this,
we already covered that one. It's bread.
Except bread, obviously. That's a bread solution. Yeah. If you are watching this on your given platform of choice, please do consider doing the thing you do on your platform, whether it's Twitch, chuck us a follow. If you're watching on YouTube or you're on a podcast catcher of choice, give us a comment, a review, a rating, whatever it is you can do. Anything really does help the show and helps it get seen by more people. We love doing it, and we would love to find more people that love to watch and or hear it. Thank you so much for another delightful week of The Advisory. I apologize. It was filled with so many lies, but, such is the way. Can't do anything
about
irony,
it. Because that's a lie.
That's not true. We have been The Advisory. We're part of Black Swan Society. We will see you at the same bad channel, the same bad time next week. Thank you so much. We out.
James in real quick. I just want to say,
what's up?
You're seen. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them.
No.
You're seen. You're heard. You're accepted. You're loved. And I want you to, from this episode,
wait, you're saying that to them? And
go out into your day and just remember 3 very simple things. The 3 core tenets of a wonderful life: live, laugh, laugh. Thank you so much.